All right, let's talk about Shrouded Fable. I mean, it's kind of, I wouldn't call it a dark horse. I definitely wouldn't call it a dark horse. It is a set which, now, I don't know, I like to call it a forgotten set. Is it really forgotten? Is it a meme set? I don't really know. But basically, Shrouded Fable is seeing a bit of a boom when it comes to the single cards, for sure. And is also getting, I guess, bought out. I don't know. Some crazy things are happening with Shrouded Fable right now, especially over in the US. Here in the UK, I don't think that weird craziness has caught on that much. Although, I myself have been buying some Shrouded Fable. 2 ETBs, Pokemon Center ETBs behind me that I did pick up. Just 2, nothing too crazy. It is available still here on the Pokemon Center website. I know it recently sold out over on the US Pokemon Center website. I did a tier list. I'm going back maybe 4 months ago now. I will be doing an updated one. I know you guys have asked for an updated tier list, but in that tier list, I think I put Shrouded Fable. I think I put it in D tier. I think I put it in trash tier, and I stick by that. I still think that Shrouded Fable is not a very good set compared to some of the others. Like personally, I don't. I mean, there's not many cards in the set I like. Maybe 2 or 3. But as far as like an investing standpoint, if you want to go for long term for Shrouded Fable and you feel like, oh, you know, it's got real growth, I kind of feel like it does have growth just because of how cheap it is. So it does have that going for it. But I kind of feel like what's happening is everybody's scrambling to get any Pokemon product they can, right? And with the market being as wild and crazy and booming as it is, people just going for the next available thing, and that just so happens to be Shrouded Fable, just because there's a lot of it around. Because, well, people just didn't really care for the set that much. And yeah, it's an interesting one. So today we'll be going through Shrouded Fable. We'll be looking at TCG Player. We'll be looking at Pokejaceinfo. And we're going to be looking at Collector to see what it is like over here in the UK as well. It's going to be an interesting one. Let's jump in. Okay, so first off, we're looking at TCG Player. We've got the regular ETB. And the regular ETB, we're looking at around about $48-ish, $47. That's pretty good, right? I think anything right now that's under MSRP is a good pickup. And Shrouded Fable's made gains, 58% over the past 3 months. It's very, very impressive. But yeah, like I said, I don't think it's an incredible set. I don't think it's going to be like, oh, my days, this is a dark horse. This is what the set everyone's been waiting for. It's just not. It's just a matter of the state of the market right now and people just buying whatever they can find, right? Whatever they can get hold of. And that's why we're seeing this boom. However, there are some particular products which are more sought after than others. One of them is the Pokemon Center ETB, which did recently sell out on the Pokemon Center website over in the US. I'm looking at $81. It's jumped up 15% over the past 3 months. Over here in the UK, still available. You can pick up for 55. I think mine were each. Very good price. You know, I still think that anything Pokemon Center is just good pickup. It just is, even for a weaker set as well. So keep an eye out here in the UK regarding that. I would suggest picking them up, in my opinion. And on top of that, you also have like Stellar Crowns available as well, which I've also picked up. But yeah, I think Shrouded Fable, Pokemon Center ETB is going to be the bearer of the 2 products to get, especially for that long term. Now, another big product is the Greninja Special Illustration Rare Box, as well as the Kingdra one. But the Greninja one is the main one that everyone's been like just scrambling for, and it's got really expensive. The promo is like $40 promo. I remember seeing it at the card show, and people were selling for like £30. So yeah, that's pretty wild. I think the boxes were 28, I think, when they came out, maybe under 30. They were just a normal cheap premium box. I mean, it's not even premium. But anyway, so this box has gone up 90% over the past 3 months, which is crazy. It's gone up 150% over the past year, pretty much since it came out. That is wild. The fact is that we're seeing the Greninja promo be more than when the box came out is very, very impressive. So yeah, beautiful promo. Would have been better if it was in the set, but it's in this product. Very expensive. I mean, the Greninja in the PSA 10 goes for a pretty hefty price as well. But yeah, I mean, this is tough to get hold of. The Kingdra as well, another version of this, bit cheaper, but still a very, very good product that everybody's after. Okay, so we're going to move across to Pokejaceinfo now, and the main reason why is we're going to be looking at the single cards and the overall value of the set. The overall value of the set, we're looking at $753. This has actually gone up. When I did my tier list, I believe it's gone up by about 50%. It's been doing really well across the board. And we're going to be looking at some of the big cards that have boomed. Mainly the Persian, right? So the Persian, now, this was a card which, when I saw the set, I thought this is a beautiful card. I think it's really cool, great throwback. And to me, I kind of feel like good, strong illustration rares are going to perform very well. And we've seen it in Paradox Rift, we've seen it in Temporal, Palais Revolt, and so on. Illustration rares, in my opinion, seem to be just better than a lot of the special illustration rares. Now, Urban Vessel was always the top card of this set for the longest time, just because of its playability. And Houndoom, another great example of a strong performing illustration rare. Amazing artwork. I'm a huge Houndoom fan, and we're looking at $46 for this card. Absolutely incredible. And then again, this set just keeps delivering. If you look at the average value of this set, it's actually a pretty good set. Now, I judge a set based on how many cards are at like $10, $20, $30, $40, $50. Is there a card that breaks 100? And so on and so forth, right? And if it can like pretty much tick most of those boxes, then to me, it's a good set. And especially if you have more cards in those higher end brackets, then I would rate it even more. Now, Shrouded Fable, when I rated this set, I put it in the bottom low D tier because I felt like at the time, 4 months ago, this set didn't really have that many expensive cards. It had a few pricey cards that were playable, then everything else was just pretty poor. Well, since then, this set has really seen good, solid growth. When I revisit the tier list, which I will do soon, because I want to include Prismatic, and I also want to include Journey Together as well, that I do feel like Shrouded Fable might have a different place in that tier list. Because when I look at this set now, and when I see some of these cards, and a whole bunch of these cards sitting above $20, that's very, very impressive. A lot of the illustration rares in this set, and some even just gold cards, which normally gold cards don't tend to go for this price, are going up as well. When we look at the Dust Skull, we're looking at $46. You've even got the Dust Noir at $30. Cresselia, beautiful card at $28. Horsey as well. I mean, there's just so many cards. I mean, the special illustration rares are not doing the best, but the rest are doing very, very well. And across the board, I mean, we have a $10 EX. That's very good. And illustration rares across the board, pretty much in near enough every single Scarlet and Violet era set have been going up. Not every illustration rare has been quote-unquote booming, as it were, but some have been making moves, which is nice to see. So overall, Shrouded Fable is actually showing some impressive growth, and it's been interesting to see how much it will continue to grow. Of course, the boom of Persian and Houndoom, you could argue, could be down towards the release of Team Rocket. We've seen a lot of old Team Rocket cards, like Hidden Fates cards, go up in price as well, so that does have a part to play. However, we can't deny how great these illustration rares are, and I do feel like these will continue to go up. So keep an eye. And like Shrouded Fable is relatively cheap right now. Just don't sleep on it. Okay, so we're looking at collector. We're looking at UK prices as well to give you guys an idea over here, of course, what the prices of some of the products are. And to be honest, relatively cheap compared to what's happening in the rest of the market right now. So we have the Pokemon Center ETB. I mean, you can still pick up on the Pokemon Center website, which could be around £55. For a Ninja Box, we're looking at $57 on average for the market price for that. Again, Shrouded Fable ETB under £40 is, again, I believe a really good pickup. Anything on MSRP right now, I think is a solid one. Booster Bundles at 26. I mean, they've gone up a little bit, but still at £26 is pretty solid. I think in some places you may be able to find it a little bit cheaper than that, of course, which is pretty good. King Gambit Box is another good one to pick up as well, only because you get a really cool promo and you get 4 packs, which is pretty decent. I mean, triple pack blisters under £4 a pack if you buy one of these, which is pretty good. The average market price is $4.50 a pack, which isn't that expensive. Shrouded Fable mini tins, you can get a lot of these in a lot of places. I mean, some of these you can pick up for under £8. You're looking at around about under £4 a booster pack, which is super appealing. So overall, with Shrouded Fable, you can pick up a whole bunch of really good products, which I really, really like. When we look at the single card prices over here, we've got Persian. Let's take a look at the Persian, see if we can see the graded price of it as well. So we've got the graded price, so we've got the raw price here. Did do a dip, it did reach £60, has dipped a little bit recently. Not a huge amount, but dropped about 6% here. So let's take a look at this. So the PSA 10 price has shot up massively. PSA 10 was sat around £80 to £90, went all the way up to $320, and has now done a little bit of a dip recently. That is a huge card. Huge card in a 10. I mean, even just the growth of it here, going from £17, £18 all the way up to reaching that peak of 60, and then just a little drop recently. Very, very impressive. Let's take a look at the Houndoom, because the Houndoom has also boomed as well. we take a look at the Houndoom, we can see that it always was like a pretty pricey card, around 15 to 20 pounds. And then it did go up to as high as around 40 and it's trickled down a little bit since. Graded price did actually, was high. It did take a big dip, around 70 pounds, and then bouncing back up 220. So yeah, graded card pretty well. Dropped around about 2% on average, sitting at 37 pounds, which is pretty decent. And the other card I want to look at is the Cresselia, because I actually really like this card. I don't have it. The artwork reminds me a little bit of like the Origin Form Dialga, which I really like from Astral Radiance. So let's take a look at the lowest price. So we're looking around 6-7 for the raw, going up to 25. So real big boom recently. Graded though, look at this. 40-50 pound card in the 10, and you're like, nope, I am now 250 pounds. So yeah, huge card there. Raw price did drop by about 9%. Duskull's another one that we've seen doing a real big climb recently. Yeah, we can see here around 18 to 20 pounds, jumping all the way up to 40. A little bit of a dip, and then PSA price did drop to as low as 60 pretty much, and is now sitting at 240 pounds. I do expect a lot of these graded card prices to probably fall, even though it's apparently quite hard to get in a 10 for a lot of these cards. And then yeah, I mean, across the board, we are seeing some of the lower tier stuff start trickling up in price. And again, this is a hugely playable set as well. That's why we are seeing a lot of these cards hold good value. And I mean, the Q font, I'll give you an example. We'll click on this and you can see an idea of what it's like as a lower tier illustration rare, right? So low tier illustration rare, around about £3, now up to £6, pretty much doubled in value. But look at the graded price. It was around about a 25, £20 card in a 10. But now we're looking at a £60 card. So only doubled, if not tripled in value in a PSA 10. Like, not insanely high card, but still relatively good. So yeah, Shrouded Fable across the board, even over here in the UK, things are doing really well for this set. I do expect the Persian and the Houndoom to continue to climb, and same with some of the other illustration rares in this set. Whilst the special illustration, they're okay, but a lot of them are good playable cards. That's probably one of the reasons why they're up there. But overall, I do think Shrouded Fable, I wouldn't say it's slept on because people are talking about it now, but I wouldn't say it's terrible. It's definitely moving up that tier list when I update it. There you have it, guys. Shrouded Fable. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments regarding Shrouded. I don't think it's a meme. I don't. I think it's a set where, like I say, a lot of people are just trying to get whatever they can, and this is readily available, mainly because no one cared about it to begin with, and now people are going for it. We actually had the same with Fusion Strike way back when. It's hard to think about that now with how expensive Fusion Strike is. No one cared. Fusion Strike, it was just a forgotten set. It was just trash to begin with. Everyone was so hyped on Evolving Skies and Celebrations. Everybody was looking towards Brilliant Stars. It was just this awkward set that just had really terrible pull rates. No one was that excited. People liked the Gengar and they liked the Espeon, but it wasn't enough for people to really like it. And then over time, a lot of the bigger sets in Sword and Shield got harder and harder to find. Fusion Strike was everywhere at cheap price, and now look what happened. So yeah, I'm not saying the Shrouded Fable will go the same way, but it is a set that people forgot about or didn't care about, and now people are talking about it because that's all that's around at the moment. But it's making moves, and it's impressing me more and more. Me, personally, I'm not a huge fan of the set. I don't rate it highly. However, I do think, diversifying what you want to pick up is always a good thing, and that's why I picked up some Pokemon Center ETBs. I don't really go wrong with Pokemon Center product, so that's why I've done it. I haven't got anything else with Shrouded Fable. I haven't got any other ETBs. I haven't got any other booster bundles or anything like that. Even the collection boxes. I've got the promos because I've opened them, but I don't have the Greninja and the Kingdra collection boxes. Would I pick them up? Probably. I think the cards are doing very well, and especially if they get a 10, that's fantastic. And the regular ETBs, it's cheap. If you want to go for ETBs, then go for it. I might do. Just because of how cheap they are. Right? I tend to go for specialty set ETBs. I don't tend to go for normally set ETBs. So I could be looking at getting some more Shrouded. I mean, right now I can get hold of more Pokemon Center ones because they're still available. But yeah, I mean, it's entirely up to you what you guys want to do with Shrouded, but don't ignore it. But if you made this fun of it and you enjoyed it, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe for more Pokemon content. Like I say, let me know your thoughts down in the comments about Shrouded Fable. Do you have any? Are you looking to pick up any? Because I think right now is a pretty good one. So that is it from me, guys, in today's video. If you want to watch more Pokemon content, make sure to click the video on the screen. And of course, make sure to hit that subscribe button. But as always, thank you so much for watching. You guys legends, and I'll see you in the next one.